Okay, so I am doing a review on Empire episode 7, and it has been a long and crazy day. I went to the gym. Today was going to be my day off, and Kelsey, my little sister, got into a car accident. So we have been at the emergency room, and like she has a sling on one arm and her hand wrapped on the other. But she's fine. We'll see tomorrow how much pain she's in. Of course, she's on pain pills and stuff. But yeah, sorry this review is late. I have been slacking. I've been busy and stuff. But this was like by far the best episode. It starts with Lucious feigning, and he's like yelling, "Enough, Cookie!" And it's funny because when he gets into the ambulance, the ambulance driver's like, "Well, who's gonna ride with us?" and stuff like that. And she was like, "Oh, I am." Cookie's like, "I am. I'm his wife." And she's like, "Oh, the ex-wife." She's like, "Oh, well, she's the future ex-wife." And of course, next thing you know, Lucius making a good decision as far as, because if I was the wife, I would definitely be riding in the car, or the fiance, whatever. So, Lucius nods for Anika to get in the ambulance, which of course she kind of smirks at Cookie like, "Yeah, that's right." And yeah, so definitely the right decision for the new woman. All right, so Hakeem calls Camila. Oh, he calls Camila Bay at the dinner table, and she's like, "Bay? Like, what is that?" She was not having it. Like, Camila's like a lot older, and he goes to give her a gift. I thought it was gonna be like a really nice necklace, a watch, or something. And Hakeem's little cocky self gives her a necklace that says Hakeem on it. Pretty funny. I can definitely see that being in his personality, that he think that would be a good gift, but it's almost like he's like trying to tag her, like, "This is Hakeem's," and like, come on now. No. I would have been mad about the necklace too, since he isn't claiming her in public at this point. Okay, so basically they're saying at the doctor's office that the doctor gave Lucius poison, and that's why he's not doing good. He actually lost his license, and Cookie can't come in the room. She like looks in, and you can see like Lucius in pain, and that was kind of like a sad moment, especially since like Lucius is supposed to be Cookie's. I think he still should be, but yeah, that was really sad. Okay, so Lucius always. Okay, so next thing you know, they're like a meeting talking about the big IPO event or whatever it is that they're doing, and they have like a little speaker on the table, which is like Lucius on the phone. Do you guys like my nails? I never do color. I did these in London. They're pink. So it's like a little hard to get used to. Kelsey and I are supposed to get our nails done tomorrow, and like one of our nails is broken from the car accident. It's like, I don't know if you're gonna feel good to get your nails done, but you definitely need to tomorrow with me. So we'll see. All right, so he's like, "No, it's not going to lead," because was it Anika or Andre? They're like, "Yeah, we should lead with sports and the sports investors and people are into sports." He's like, "No, Empire always is about music. It's all about the music, so we need to lead with music." The plan is to have Elle Dallas lead it, and because she was like the first person to sell like the number one something besides Lucius, like for that company. So Cookie, he was like, "Cookie's going to be in charge." Of course, Anika's really mad about it, and he's like, "Why trust Cookie? Cookie will make it happen." So that is the plan, which of course later on we see doesn't go off too well, and of course it's Anika's fault, not anything from Elle Dallas, which is Courtney Love, by the way. I noticed it the first time, I'm like, she looks like Courtney Love, but I hadn't seen Courtney Love in a long time. And of course, Kelsey and I Googled it, and it was Courtney Love. Okay, so Hakeem and Jamal are arguing. It's like right before the performance. They're arguing. He's like grabbing his deodorant or his cologne, and Cookie is getting so mad. She basically tells them both off, and she said, "Listen, I wrote so." Listen, oh, okay. So she's sitting there saying, like, "Your dad worked hard for this. He's trying to do this, this, and this for you. You guys are ungrateful. Like, I'm not playing with you. Like, start to act right." And then, of course, Lucius walks up, and he's like, "Listen to your mother. She's a smart woman." And, of course, she's like, and then, of course, Lucius, with his feelings towards Cookie, is saying to Cookie when the boys leave, is like, "Oh, thank you for those nice words," and blah, blah, blah. And Cookie, I know she really is feeding into it and she likes it, but she has like a harder shell because, Lucius screwed her over. 17 years in prison, didn't visit her. So she, was like, "Oh, those boys were coming in between me and my money." When in reality, we all know that Cookie still loves Lucius, and she said that because she really thinks those things, not because of the money. But that was a good cover up for Cookie. Alright, so next thing you know, Becky is like trying to use the elevator. It's stuck on 17. And somebody ruined the episode for me before I watched it. They're like, "Oh, Cookie and Lucius have sex." So after that scene happened, he's like, "Oh, Cookie, your nice words, blah, blah, blah." I could have sworn it was Cookie and Lucius having sex in the elevator, and I thought that's what the scene was going to pop open to. But of course it isn't. It's the little girl, and of course the mom abandoned her, and now Jamal really does have a daughter. Do you guys think that it's really the daughter? I pretty much do. I think it is the daughter because it's like good if it wasn't the daughter, I don't know. It's better drama if it is the daughter. So I really do think it is. All right. So she says, I lost my mommy. And of course, she's nowhere to be found. So Lucious he said, sorry, I'm not happy to Jamal. What is he talking about? Okay. So Michael leaves Jamal. And by the way, did you know this? If you are not dehydrated, if you're thirsty for like one split second, that means you've already been dehydrated. You're supposed to drink like however many ounces per your body weight. Like if you're 130 pounds, I believe you have to drink like 65 ounces. I think you do half your weight, but that in ounces of water or something like that. So yeah, I drink a lot of water every day. Sorry I'm like crazy. I literally woke up. Did I run errands? I woke up really late. I finally went to the gym, and I had a business meeting at the gym, and then, so I was like stretching for 30 minutes during this phone call. Oh, and I talked to my dad too. He was talking about they're filming Rectify, where they used to film The Walking Dead, which is right near his house, and he wanted me to go down there with him sometime this week. So I'm sitting there talking all this stuff. I do my first workout, which is leg presses, and Kelsey calls me hysterically crying, like, oh my God, I was in a car accident. So, like, I have been running around, rushing around, just got back from the ER. My friend was really sweet and brought us KFC because it's Sunday and everything's closed. So I literally just gave her a bath. She's in her room, and I'm doing this review, and I'm super, super thirsty. I drank like a 5-hour energy earlier before the gym, like usual, and I didn't get to work out, so I was literally at the hospital room. She's like, do you want to sit down? I'm like, no, I'm good. I feel like running up and down this hallway. Like, so much energy. All right, so Lucious saying sorry. Oh, he's telling Jamal, like, sorry you're not happy and stuff like that. And Jamal's like, you're not mad Michael left me. Like, you're happy about it. He was like, yeah, but I'm not happy that you're not happy. So it has nothing to do with, he was like, but Michael leaving, he was like, I'm proud you didn't say that you're gay on TV. Like, you got this new hot single coming out. You're a new artist. Like, it was smart not to do that. I'm proud of you for not doing that. And basically telling him that, he has to find somebody that's okay with him being in the limelight and in the music industry. Not everybody can deal with it. And of course we see that other gay guy with like long hair, or he had something going on with his hair, and he's like a new artist for Empire, but of course nobody knows he's gay, and of course they don't know that he likes Jamal. So pretty sure they're going to be together. It's going to cause issues with him and Jamal later. All right, so Elle shows up sober to the event, and of course, like, obviously, the girl wanting to come up and take a picture with Elle was probably set up by Anika. Anika sits down, pours drugs in her drink, and then walks up and like, oh, I gotta make this call. I'm sorry, and leaves. Like, she's such a dirty person. And then you see the security guard. It looked like the security guard saw it. He kind of looks over, and, I mean, still at this point, we don't know if he saw it because I thought he was gonna, like, tell Lucious immediately after, or Cookie or somebody. He didn't. But I think that look was for a reason. If you go back and watch it, I'm pretty sure the security guard saw it. And then, of course, later on in the episode, he says, we're going to do security cameras, do this, this, and this, and basically amp up the security. But I'm pretty sure the security guard saw Anika do it, and I'm guaranteeing that it's going to come out later. There's only 4 episodes left, which really sucks, because I am obsessed with the show. So hopefully Finding Carter will be back on TV soon, because me and Kelsey used to love watching that. So this is our new show. We like this show, and Being Mary Jane, so good. All right, so Camila is at the bar. She tells Andre, okay, Camila's sitting at the bar. She's staring at the room at Hakeem, and Andre's, asking Hakeem, like, you're not going to drink? And he's like, no, I'm good. As soon as he sees Camila, he, like, chugs the drink. And I started thinking, because, Andre's got weird stuff going on plotting against him. I was like, oh, my God, there's drugs in that drink, too. Thankfully, there wasn't. I was just being over paranoid about the situation. All right, so Jamal and Hakeem argue in the dressing room. Now they're arguing whatever still, I guess. They're going to be the opening act, because Elle's fucked up in her dressing room. She's, like, falling on the floor. Cookie's like, you damn junkie. I shouldn't have trusted a junkie. And, she's like, I swear, I didn't take nothing. And it makes sense why Cookie doesn't believe her, because she is a junkie. And, yeah. But Hakeem and Jamal look really good in that all white. And that whole song, Color TV, whatever, that's, like, a really, really, really old song. And I remember it was on, I think it was on that cartoon, My Little Toaster, or My Brave Little Toaster, which is, like, really old. You have to look it up. But it was, like, an old Disney movie. All right, so during the performance, I love all their performances, their music videos. Like, I love the music, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start putting out these types of albums from the show. So you see Hakeem go up. It was the cutest part ever. He was like, "Hey, mom, look, I'm on TV," and you see like Cookie smirk. It was like a really cute, like little line he said, and then it was like a little boy telling his mom, like, "Hey, mom, look, I'm on TV." It was super cute because I remember when I was first on TV, and I started thinking in my head, like, "Dang, who would have thought?" Like, I remember being a little girl that I would be on TV, and the same thing with your parents. Like, you're a little kid, like, Sarah, stop that, don't do that. Take Sarah to school, do this, do that. So, who's to think like, oh, your child is going to be on TV fighting on a damn television show? Like, it's crazy. It really is crazy. It's like a surreal feeling. Okay, so Lucious can't talk or breathe during the performance. He's starting like, "Cookie, Cookie," and she's like, "Get off me, be quiet. Shh, I'm watching the performance." And of course, he can't breathe. And Anika, next thing you know, he's like, "I can't do the speech." Anika wants to do it. Andre's saying that it should be him. And Lucious is like, "No, it's about family. Like, I want Cookie to do it." Cookie's like, "What, me?" Of course, Anika is pissed at this point. And he's like, "Yeah, we need someone to excite the crowd. Like, Cookie needs to do it. I trust you, Cookie." So Cookie does the speech, and, she's supposed to read the teleprompter. Teleprompter's going all fast and stuff, and she's like, "Screw this. I'm going to do my own speech." She's like, "I had 3 sons with this man. Like, we hustled to get here, and, and he's, like, basically saying that all these people hustle." You're going to bed? Okay. Love you. Good night. Saying he hustled to get here. He's like, "Yeah, we had this, this, and this before he dumped me." So, of course, she's adding, like, humor to the whole situation, which is funny. And at the end of the speech, Cookie does really well. Everybody's listening. They're engaging. She's like, "It's all about the family," which is what it's supposed to be about. And you see Lucious saying, "I love you, Cookie." He kind of mumbles it, and Anika's face was like, like, she was not happy. All right, so next thing you know, they're all sitting there. He puts Anika in a car. Anika's going to Chicago or something for a meeting. And, we see the little girl, Jamal's little girl, saying goodnight to everybody. She touches Hakeem's hair, like, "Oh, your hair's pretty." And Hakeem's like, "Oh, she's got good taste," or something. He says something really cute. I don't know. I love Hakeem at this point. Okay, so Lucy's like, "I'm going to tell you guys what happened," because Cookie was basically demanding it after, like, him not being able to talk in the hospital and stuff, and he says he's got ALS. Andre gets all mad. He's like, "Who knows about this? The IPO, da-da-da," and he's, like, freaking out. Of course, Hakeem is pissed. He's like, "You're worried about an IPO? Like, our dad is dying." He, like, tries to fight him, and of course, Jamal steps in, and Andre leaves. He's crazy bipolar. He's, like, in the shower with all his clothes on. His wife is, like, trying to take care of him and stuff. And then, let's see. So then, he gives Jamal and Hakeem, like, a hug. Like, "It's going to be okay. You guys are going to take over. We're going to do this." And he's like, "But I need to talk to your mother. Your mother's taking it really bad." And then, of course, Cookie's really upset. She's saying, "I can't lose you again. Like, you have to beat this. Like, you have to for me. I can't lose you again." And then, the song comes on. It's like a little, like, romantic song. They're dancing. He's like, "Well, let's not ruin this moment. You have me right now." And, of course, Lucious is like, or she says something about, "You do it for me," or something, like something about him, like, turns her on. He's like, "Oh, well, you never stop doing it for me." And of course, next thing you know, they're having sex. And I don't know if you noticed this. Like, I knew they were going to have sex like a while back. Like, it was bound to happen. And there's a part where they start to have sex. She wraps his legs around him as he picks her up to throw on the bed. She's barefoot. He throws her on the bed and somehow magically has a pair of red bottoms on, and then she slips her shoes off. So it was actually a mess up in editing. So if you go back and watch it, he picks her up, the shoes were off, then the shoes were on the bed, and she takes them off. But love this episode. Really, really good. Excited to see next week's. And I will see you guys later.